a few years ago, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine named Bob, who's the CEO of a printing company. And Bob is a big bear of a fellow, so you definitely want to stay on his good side. But he's also very friendly, he loves to talk, and he was telling me about some research he had just read on employee engagement. And he asked me, Matt, when do you think the majority of vacations are booked? And I had some contextual clues, so I figured I knew where he was going with this. And I said, well, I would guess that most vacations are booked during the lunch break while people are at their job because they're thinking about getting away from work. And he said, well, you're close, but it's actually worse than that. Most vacations are booked while people are on company time, on the clock. And I said, wow, I can't believe people would do that on company time. And Bob said, well, that's nothing. Apparently people do very little work while they're at work. How many hours a day would you guess the average American works while they're on the clock? And I said, I don't know, Bob, 4 or 5 hours? Bob said, 2. The average American works 2 hours during an 8-hour workday. Now, I found this hard to believe. So I did a little bit of research to find out what are people doing with the other 6 hours, right? Well, it turns out that sleeping is a very popular activity. Sometimes it's facing up. Sometimes it's facing down and drooling. Also very popular is making funny images with Photoshop, images like this and this. Now some people bring activities that are normally thought of as being outdoor activities and they bring them into the office, like golfing, or even fishing, believe it or not. I don't know how this happened. Now some people are actually so bold as to leave the office on company time. Apparently in Indianapolis this is a pretty popular activity. This is the Dinosaur Museum. And some people are so bold as to take it to the extreme and do things like this, or even this. But my message to you is that it doesn't have to be this way. As leaders, whether we have a title or not, we can create cultures that attract and retain the most talented people in our industry and ensure that they're fully engaged and highly productive while they're at work. So today I'd like to share a few ideas with you based on my experience and some of the best workplace cultures in the world that can help improve just about every area of an organization, including our ability to attract and retain top talent and help our people to be fully engaged. Now, all the ideas that I'm going to share with you are based on a simple shift in our approach to leadership. And ironically, I discovered the power of this very simple idea as a result of the greatest failure of my entire life. So I'd like to start there.